Hey guys, Wednesday, April 10th, Bitcoin's just below 69,000, and this episode is 69,000 is not 69,000. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I made a tweet yesterday, about 9 hours ago, just before going to bed, and here is my tweet. My tweet is Bitcoin 69,000 in November 2021 is very different from Bitcoin 69,000 in April 2024. Now, a lot of people would be like, well, there's just 3 years difference, so it's 69,000. What could it be? How can that make any difference at all? And the answer is it really does make an enormous amount of difference, as we're going to see. The fair value of the power law back in November of 2021 was 24,000. So we were trading at almost 3 times that at the end of the last bull market, which is almost 2 standard deviations. So that's extremely expensive. That's just at the peak of expensive. And right now, as we're going to see, it's very close to fair value. So, I think people just don't understand this, and it really merits a little bit of attention. So just to be clear, I made this tweet, 9 hours ago, and this thing has already gotten 1,000 likes, 142 retweets, and I just checked this Twitter analytics. Actually, it's by far my most successful tweet of the last. Of the last month. And I think it's almost up there, probably my most successful tweet ever. So it's got 7,000 engagements, 264,000 impressions, and that's just in 9 hours. So the tweet is definitely resonating. And now, what do we mean by this? Well, okay, here's Bitcoin price. And if you look at this thing kind of like a sine wave, right? You're like, okay, well, this is kind of the high end of the range up here at 69. And this is kind of the low end of the range at like 16,000, right? So you might be like, well, sell there and buy there and sell there and buy there. And that's great as long as, Bitcoin is oscillating in this range, right? But that's not the case, right? That we're really not living in that world. We're living instead in a world where Bitcoin's going up in a power law fashion. And this is hard to understand because, we don't look at things in log terms, but if you did, you'd see that it's going in a power law thing. And this account, which I really like, it's APSK32. We should definitely have APSK32 on my show if he wants to join or she wants to join. But this is a real-time graph of the difference from the power law trend. And I agree with these numbers. They're absolutely accurate. So we're kind of at even right now with the power law. But look where we were back in 2021. We were at almost 200% of trend. Here we were at, in 2017, we're at 400% of trend. Now, 400% of trend is 2 standard deviations, right? Now, we even got up to 3 or 4 standard deviations at the very beginning. So it definitely appears with this power law that you can deviate quite a bit on the upside, although you'll notice that these deviations on the upside are getting smaller, right? So this is a very interesting. These lines all kind of connect. So it sort of seems like, maybe the next high is only about, 137% of trend, which would still be, by the way, tripling from here. So it's still pretty significant, or not tripling, a doubling from here. Sorry, but this is significant, and I really think that most people don't understand this. So that's really all I wanted to say about this. And I will catch you guys on the next episode. And as usual, look, markets go up, markets go down, but one thing we know is that this power law tends to work. So I would absolutely look at this power law if I were you. If you don't want to do it and you just want to go up, fine, do that. I will catch you on the next episode.